Hey, what's going on, people? This is LB, the realist with Surrealistic Studios, Surreal News, where the real is surreal. Again, I appreciate everybody who landed on this video today. I hope you're having a good one. We're going to go ahead and jump right into this one. I recorded a video about this, but I found an update. So we're going to read from Yahoo Finance. AOC, Bernie Sanders introduced plan to cap credit card rates, blast loan sharking. Democrats Bernie Sanders and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez introduced on Thursday a plan to rein in the profit banks can collect from consumers, proposing to cap credit card interest rates at 15%. Despite the fact that banks can borrow money today at less than 2.5% the Federal Reserve, the average credit card interest rate today for consumers is a record-breaking 17.71%, the Vermont senator and freshman Queens Congresswoman said in a statement about the plan. The plan is meant to contain credit card rates that are well above other benchmarks. The average annual percentage rate, APR, on a new credit card offers rose to another record high of 17.73%, according to creditcards.com, a full percentage point higher than it was a year ago, despite interest rates that are near historic lows. Consumers with less than perfect credit scores are being offered especially high interest rates, and Bankrate points out that even borrowers with good credit are paying over 17% on average. Americans paid banks $113 billion in credit card interest in 2018, according to Magnify Money, up 12% from the $101 billion in interest paid in 2017, and up 49% over the last 5 years. Wow. As Fed rate increases have been passed on to consumers. At a time when the American people hold a record $1 trillion in credit card debt and desperately need relief, we need to establish a national maximum interest rate of 15% on credit cards and other consumer loans. Probably a lot lower than that, Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez said in their statement. They added that credit card companies that charge over 20% interest on credit cards are involved in extortion and loan sharking. Bank CEOs. Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez decried the big salaries of bank CEOs, accusing them of ripping off the middle class. JP Morgan CEO Jamie Dimon is now worth $1.4 billion after his bank got a taxpayer bailout of more than $400 billion during the financial crisis, they said. Meanwhile, former CEO of American Express, Kenneth Chenault, pocketed $370 million in compensation after leading that credit card giant for 17 years. Wall Street and the banking industry have long been a target of Democratic lawmakers, Sanders and Senator Elizabeth Warren in particular. Warren has been a vocal critic recently of Wells Fargo, which was hit with fines for creating fake accounts for millions of customers. She had called for CEO Tim Sloan's resignation for his alleged role in the scandal. Chance of passing? The legislation also proposes allowing the more than 31,000 U.S. postal offices to offer banking services to lower-income consumers who don't use payday lenders or big financial institutions. I actually use this app called Chime, which is a free checking and savings account, and they automatically take roundups and money from my checking and put it into my savings. It's been working for me so far. But this is a new thing for me. Shameless plug. For Chime there. They're not promoting me or anything like that. I'm not an affiliate. But anyways, the lawmakers said people around the world bank with postal services. The American people should have this option as well, just as they have in the past. From 1911 to 1966, the U.S. Postal Service offered banking services, they said. While Sanders and Ocasio-Cortez say their proposals are not radical, others might disagree. The legislation is very unlikely to pass, but it's a good reminder for consumers that credit card rates are high. If you have credit card debt, and about 6 in 10 cardholders do, you need to prioritize your interest rates over rewards. I recommend balanced transfer cards, as well as cutting expenses and taking on a side hustle to funnel extra money toward your debt. MasterCard, Visa, and American Express did not immediately respond to Yahoo Finance's request for comment. And this is from Lisa Scherzer, an editor at Yahoo Finance. So again, I think this is a good thing. They want to cap it at 15%. I think that percentage should actually be a lot lower than 15%. That's just me. I'm no expert in these kind of financial matters, but we all know that we are being just immensely ripped off by the credit card and banking industries. That's nothing new. There's just, there's like little hope in regards to what can actually be done about it. Is, if we don't have people in place like Bernie Sanders and AOC, that are in a position to do anything. So now that we have some people that are bringing these issues to the table, this is becoming a national conversation. It should become a national conversation. We're in a better position to do more about this kind of stuff. Now, with Donald Trump being in office, not so much, but again, at least this raises awareness about the issue. We don't have to live in a country that robs us blind. We don't have to live in a country where we can have billionaires, and live in the same city as the person that doesn't have shoes or doesn't have a room to sleep in, a roof over their head, food in their belly. We don't have to live in a country that throws away food but won't give food to the homeless person that's begging outside their business door. It makes no sense. But this is the capitalistic, military industrial complex, American imperialistic complex. This is the world that we live in. So I'm happy that at least the conversation is being had, and I want to, be a voice, hopefully in a sea of voices that's making this point, that's making this conversation known, that's making this issue public. So continue this message. Let's have a conversation about this. Let's change the way we do things. Let's change the way we think about politics, about how and what we can achieve in this country. All right. With all that being said, love, peace, and light. Keep fighting, keep spreading that enlightenment. Find me on all social media. Information will be in the description box. If you guys want to check out Chime, I think there is some kind of referral thing that I can do. I'm not sure. I gotta double check on that. But if you guys are interested in an alternative banking system, I'll leave the Chime information in the description so you guys can check it out for yourselves. And that's all it is. That's what I use right now, and it seems to be working for me. They're federally insured. They're just like a regular bank. They just don't have a brick and mortar, location. They don't have a location. They're just online. So, let me know what you guys think about that and about Bernie Sanders and AOC taking on the credit card industry and the banking industry. All right. Till next time, I'm out.